Are you a plumber, electrician, a plasterer? If you are, then listen carefully because I have some amazing news for you. It's time to get off the tools and 10x your income using the trade skills that you already have. To find out more, please click here. Thanks for clicking on the advert, and we think you're being very smart to investigate this further. I know you're busy, so we'll make good use of your time. I told you that if you're a plumber, electrician, or a plasterer, then listen carefully because I have some amazing news for you. I really do. So why did I tell you that it's time to get off the tools? The answer, because that's what I did, and it completely changed my life. When I was on the tools, I used to work 7 days a week, often over 10 hours a day. I drove a mucky old van which I hated. I knew the dust was getting in my lungs and shifting plasterboard was going to do me back in. You know what I'm talking about, right? Now, I still use my trade skills every day, but I start around 10 AM and finish before 4 PM. I never get mucky and I drive a beautiful Range Rover. My child was the most used tool, but now it's my smartphone. It's amazing how much my life has changed in the past few years. And now I just want to help other people do the same. For a long time, I thought that if I worked hard enough and done long enough hours, that I could get the lifestyle that I wanted, which was nothing fancy. I just wanted enough money to have a nice place to live, pay the bills, have a few holidays every year. But after more than 5 years of hard work, I realised that I wasn't getting the lifestyle that I wanted. I was working too long to spend time with my family, and I was too tired when I was up with them. On top of that, I was frustrated, and that was causing arguments at home. Life was not happy as I was hoping it was going to be. Then everything changed when I met my business partner. When he first told me what I needed to do to get off the tools, I thought he was mad. And that's what I thought, it was impossible. I even said, there's no way I can do that. But there's something about what he said that persuaded me to give it a try. I suppose I felt I didn't have anything else to lose. So I gave it a try. I got off the tools and did everything he said, and using all my trade skills and experience, I made over 3,000 in the first 30 days, but work less, and I'd done in years. Since then, I've stayed off the tools and gone on to much bigger and better things. This year, expect my business to do over 1 million, and in the next few years, several times that amount. That's how my income is on target to being 10x what it was just a few years ago. We have an amazing 7-step process that will show you exactly how we used it to make over 3,000 in 30 days and a whole lot more money since. This is the exact proven system that we used, and we're going to share everything with you step by step for free in the next few videos. You need to make the time to do this now. Thinking that you'll take a look at it later is not going to be enough. Either do it now or put a reminder in your phone to do it later. Click here now. Thanks for staying with us. So we have spoken about making serious money using your existing trade skills by making some simple changes to the way you work. Remember that this is the exact strategy that we use to multiply our incomes and build a 7-figure business. So how can you get off the tools and perhaps make 3,000 in the next 30 days? Here's a simple 7-step plan that we suggest you use to make the changes you need. We will cover it in more detail later, but here is the short version. Step 1, make a list of all the jobs you have quoted on or have in the pipeline and bring them forward to start immediately. Step 2, make a list of all your trade contacts that you can start work immediately. Step 3, get your contacts to give you a price for the jobs, negotiate a discount and add 20% to their price. Step 4, you then quote that price to the customer, and once agreed, book them in to start immediately. Step 5, keep working on your current job, but look to split some time to quality check and manage both your lads and the customer. Step 6, advertise you are now working on multiple jobs at the same time. Step 7, do this for other trades away from your own trade. Now you really must do at least step 1 immediately. Get a pen and paper or type it into a text on your phone and sit down for 5 minutes to write this list. We know you're busy, but you can spare 5 minutes to change your future, right? List every job you either have in the pipeline or have quoted for recently. Next to each job, Write down how much that job is worth. It's probably going to be around 10,000, but don't worry if it isn't. The reason this is so important will be covered in our next video, but trust me, this is probably the most important thing you can do today. Thanks for staying with us. We have now given you for free our 7-step plan to get off the tools and start making some serious money using your existing trade skills. Remember that this is the exact strategy that we use to multiply our income and build a 7-figure business. So why is step 1 so important? This might shock you, but most people never think about this question. Is it better to make 30% on the next 10,000? That's 3,000 by the way, for doing very little in the next few weeks, or to spend the next few months doing all that work yourself so that you can just keep all the money? We used to think that doing all the work ourselves was the smart thing to do, but then we learned that we were very, very wrong about that. By getting the work done for us, we had much better days and we were able to find so much more additional work that ended up making several times what we were making before. Here are some questions that you may have thought based on this plan. Number 1, make a list of all the jobs you have quoted on or have in your pipeline and bring them forward to start immediately. If you don't have many jobs on your list, then you can start to quote for new work based on starting within a few days. If you don't have a pipeline, what work have you turned down lately? Have you been serious for looking for new work or avoiding it because you didn't have the time? Number 2, make a list of all the trade contacts that can start work immediately. If you don't have many trade mates, you can start interviewing people on Checker Trades or other sources, but there is a right way and a wrong way to do this, which we will cover in another session. Number 3, get your contacts to give you prices for the jobs. Negotiate a discount. They should give you a discount based on you giving them lots of repeat work, which is much better than a one-off job. Number 4, you then add 20% and quote the price to your customer, and once agreed, book them in to start immediately. When you give the price to the client, insist that the client only pays you direct and no one else. Number 5, keep working on your current job, but look to split some time to quality check and manage both your lads and the customer. Finish off your current job as fast as possible or get someone to take it over as quickly as you can. Number 6, advertise you are now working on multiple jobs at the same time using Google and social media. You can advertise for free and you can get even more response by paying for the ads. You can also get someone to do it all for you, but it is a subject we will cover in more detail in another session. Step 7, do this for other trades away from your own trade. If you let people in other trades know that you can give them work, they will usually be happy to give you some guidelines on how to give rough estimates of the cost doing any jobs. You can also make an arrangement for you to give a provisional quote and they give a more detailed quote a few days later. If you have not already done this, you really need to do step 2 immediately. Get a pen and paper or type it into a text on your phone and sit down for 5 minutes to write this list. We know this is so much easier to put it off until later, but following this process will change your life. List every trade person that you can think of and then mark all the ones that can start work straight away. Then think about the people that you want to be in your power team. You may already have some great contacts for this, or it may take you some time to find the right people for your team. The reason that creating a power team is so important will be covered in our next video, but this is probably the most important list you have ever created. By now, you should have the list of your jobs and the amount of money that you could bring in, and your list of people in your power team. If you haven't created those lists by now, then perhaps you're not really serious about changing your life. Someone once said, if you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got. Things don't get better by chance, they get better by change. Have you started to use our 7-step plan to get off the tools and start making serious money using your existing trade skills? Now we can start to explore some deeper aspects of the strategies we have suggested and how you can 10x your income. Number 1, we said make a list of all the jobs you have quoted on or are in the pipeline and bring them forward to start immediately. This means that you must never again turn away work because you are too busy. We recently offered a builder the chance to quote on a project we are working on that was worth around 150,000, but he told us that he couldn't give us a quote because he currently has 6 months work in his pipeline. The mistake he was making? He is on the tools every single day. Had he adopted our strategy, he could make so much more money and save himself from the back-breaking work of working on building sites. And he's in his 60s. He's probably missing out on £30,000 profit on this one job alone. Number 2, we told you to make a list of all your trade contacts that can start work immediately. Some of you would have thought, I can't do that. One of the main concepts we adopted is don't compete, collaborate. What does this really mean? Firstly, you can stop worrying about your competitors. From now on, you must start thinking of them as people that you have not yet contacted to discuss the possibilities of collaborating with them to help you both. If you start by telling them that you might be able to put some highly profitable work their way, most tradespeople will want to talk to you. If you do have an issue with talking to people, then you need to find someone that doesn't have any problems communicating with people and get them to work with you. In other sessions, we will cover how you can quickly and easily hire qualified persons to do this for as little as £3 per hour or £30 per week. Step 3. We also told you that you should get your contacts to give you prices for the jobs and then you can negotiate a discount. Learning and negotiating skills is one of the most valuable skills you can ever learn. But it is important to create a win-win deal because if one of you seems to be doing much better than the other, repeat business is unlikely to follow. Number 4, we then said that you should add 20% and quote that price to your customer, but you can adjust that margin to whatever you feel comfortable with and get the client to pay without being excessively greedy. Number 5, we told you to keep working on your current job, but look to split some time to quality check and manage both your lads and your customer. A wise man once said, your direction determines your destination. And while you can't change your destination overnight, you can change your direction. We would not suggest that you just stop working altogether, but by quickly taking these actions, we suggest you can completely change the direction of your business and your life. Number 6. We told you that you should advertise that you are now working on multiple jobs at the same time. If you know nothing about advertising on Google or social media, as mentioned earlier, we can show you how to easily hire highly qualified people to do this for you as little as £30 per week. Step 7. We said that you can do this for your other trades away from your own trade. As part of advertising your own speciality, you can mention for zero extra cost that you can work on other trades too. If you get inquiries for those other trades, you can get one of your contacts to help you with the quotation. By getting a client to sign the correctly written paperwork, you can still add 20% margin while not making yourself liable for the work. This means that we can show you how to make additional money with no cost, no risk and almost no effort. We hope that you have found a series of videos information useful and inspiring. But if you now feel you want to know more about our methods, we have another short video for you to watch. At this point, we want to salute you for taking the time to go through the series of videos and sticking with us. That already makes you special. Most people would have made some excuse for not getting to this point while they went back to grumbling and complaining while they continue to work on the tools. You obviously have an above average desire to improve your circumstances, whether that's to make some more money or improve the quality of your life. It could be that you just want to do less hard, back-breaking work, getting your hands dirty and working on the tools. Or perhaps you just want to completely change your life and go for your dreams. We're not saying it's easy, but the plan is simple to follow. And if you really want to, you can make it happen. It's what we did. Can you imagine how your life could be different in just the next 30 days? Your day can start very different. Most of the time, there will be no more battling through the rush hour traffic as you just check your phone messages over your breakfast. Perhaps after the rush hour, You take a drive in your brand new Range Rover to visit one of your jobs that's in progress, and then on to view a new potential client just down the road. Your time is spent talking to your site supervisors and new prospective clients. Around lunchtime, you will go back to your office, speak to your office staff, make sure everything's okay, and tomorrow is set up correctly. Just imagine if you could wake up every morning knowing that you have a business that pays you even if you don't go to work. How does that sound to you? No back-breaking work, no getting covered in crap, no ending the day feeling knackered. Does that lifestyle appeal to you? If it does, then you must come and get properly trained in how to apply everything we've been saying in the last few videos. We are putting on a live training day to dig into all the topics in more detail so that you can really put some meat on the bones and really feel confident that you can put the plan into action and make it happen. You will be able to meet us in person and ask any questions that you want. Our goal is to help you change your life like we have done. Sounds great, but you're probably wondering, what's all this going to cost? We are confident that our training, if you apply it, can help you make tens of thousands of additional profits over the next few years. But this is where it gets crazy. We don't even want 1,000. We will be pricing this one-day live training event at $797, which is fantastic value for money. But it gets even better, so stay with me. To summarize, this one-day live event will teach you how to use your existing skills and experience in a better way. How you get off the tools and completely change your life. How to make an additional 3,000 in the first 30 days. How to build a team that does all the hard work for you. How to turn your competitors into allies. How to go from working your butt off to having a much more relaxed life and having time for your family. You must admit this is an amazing offer, but it gets even better. If you attend this live training, we will also talk about how to make connections with people that can introduce you to those top draw projects that you always thought were out of your reach. How to go from small jobs with a couple of grand to getting the bigger jobs with a few $100,000. How to start getting your own development projects and take your life to an even more exciting level. How to truly multiply your income by 10 or more to really 10x your income. That should be enough to get you to take a day off work and travel to the venue for this live training. But we want to make it even more attractive. We want this to be absolute no-brainer for you. If you accept this invitation and come to our next event, we will discount it down just at $247 plus the VAT. That's right, you can come and get trained by us at a live event for such a small sum. You should be biting our arms off to get there. We promise you that we will never offer this to you for any less money than this. And if we do offer it to you again, it will definitely be for more. This is truly the best deal you are ever going to be offered. Take it now or regret it forever. Follow the instructions on the screen and book your place now. Thanks for taking this first important step. We want you to know that we are committed to helping you achieve your goals in every way that we can. We will provide you with the videos of the live training day.